Today we're going to make a high quality AI music generated page. We're going to do so by creating our first video. So we want to choose the setting and then create a picture for it. So we can choose a California coast, we can make it a luscious forest, we can choose a spa setting, whatever type of music you want to create along with that image. I'm going to show you how to do it today. So we can put in our prompt that I want to create a high quality music channel. So we're going to have it give us ideas for images that we can turn into videos. It's giving us serene nature themes, zen and spa imagery, cosmic and dreamlike vibes, cozy and steady vibes, abstract ambient visuals. So I think we should start with a serene nature theme. It has forest rainfall, morning mist in a bamboo grove, mountain reflections on a lake, cherry blossom petal drifts, underwater coral garden. Let's see what number 5 looks like, the underwater coral. Okay, so here's giving us the mood, the scene description for the video, best music pairing, and optional additions. So we're gonna have it create a image prompt. Then what we're gonna do is take this image prompt and we're going to put it into Sora. Now you can just have ChatGPT make the image, but I like to use Sora because I have a little bit more control when creating in there. Actually, I'm gonna show you how to do it in 2 different tools. So we're gonna start with Sora. We're just going to describe the image. We're going to put it into the box and we're going to leave it 3:2 aspect ratio. Make sure it's on image. We're going to click generate and we're going to head over to Higgsfield and do the same thing. So we're going to create image and we are going to paste and we're going to change the style and I think we're just going to use general. So we're going to go ahead and just click generate. Okay, so now we have our serene underwater paradise. So we can use both of these or we can just use one. So right now we're going to download this second one, save it, go back to Higgsfield, and we are going to create a video. So there are different type of camera controls or edits or mixes that you can choose from with Higgsfield. If you're going to use general, you want to make sure your prompt is very descriptive, or you can choose one of the many different transitions or camera shots. So we're going to upload our image that we just downloaded from Sora. Let's go ahead and try Earth zoom out because with this, we can reverse this in something like CapCut and it zooms right into our ocean. And then we can continually create based off of that image. So to keep everything aligned, we can just click generate and it's going to create the prompt for us. You just need to make sure you have the enhance on, or we can have ChatGPT create the prompt for us. So just to show you how it works without the prompt, we're going to click generate, but make sure you pay attention to the model as well because you can change it to different versions, okay? And as you can see, it does have VO3, so if you want to add words or any type of sounds to it, you can do that. But we're just going to keep it on Higgsfield Light for right now and click generate. While we're waiting for the video to be generated, this is the image that it created. It looks pretty good. It looks very realistic. If you do decide to create the images inside of Higgsfield, you can just click video and it'll take you directly to where we just created the first one. Here's the video that it created with the Higgsfield light. Not bad. So this is only 5 seconds. We can chop it somewhere down here so it doesn't look like it's jumping back into the water. Yes, it's supposed to be a full Earth zoom out, but we are on light. So once we have this, we can download. Again, we're going to save. So we're going to head into CapCut. And we're going to import the video that we just created with Higgsfield. So we're going to hit the plus button. And now it is on the track. Now again, I said we can use this as the opening of the video. So we can go here and click reverse. So it looks like we're jumping into the water. And there we go. So now we're in the water. Being that we have this jumping into the water, now we can create different versions of this image. We can start with this image again, but now we want to create an end frame that brings something else into the picture. So now let's go back into Sora and we're going to take the same image that we're using and we're going to remix it. We're going to add something maybe around here. We're going to put colorful tropical fish. And we're going to leave it the exact same aspect ratio. Hopefully it's just going to add the fish here. And then that way we can come back into Higgsfield and add it as an end frame. And that way it'll show as if a fish is swimming across the screen. So we're going to change this to a different camera control. So we should go with something that's going to pan right maybe or left. Now this makes it a little bit easier because you can go through and choose whatever it is that you want as far as an effect instead of having to guess. So while we're waiting for the image to generate on Sora, we're just going to type fish swimming across the screen. Now, you don't have to generate in Sora. Again, you can create everything inside of Higgsfield. If you want to create the image and then bring the image to the video and then create the video with the effect and then download it, you can do that. But being that I'm already paying for ChatGPT, Sora generations are technically free. So instead of using my credits inside of Higgsfield for images, I'm creating them in Sora and then bringing them over to Higgsfield. So it created quite a few different fishes, but that's okay. We're going to take this and we're going to download this as well and add it to Higgsfield. So we're going to put it inside of the end frame. So it'll start with this, but it's going to end with the fishes. All right, so we're going to generate again. We generated two, the one that generated with the general and then the one with the arc left. So let's play the first one. So that didn't quite work how we wanted it to. A school of fishes just bombarded. So yeah, let's see what this one generated. Okay, perfect. That's a lot better. Now, it didn't really arc left, I would say, but it still gave us, the fish swimming into the frame. So even better, even though these little fishes back here aren't moving, but things like that can be removed. We're just going to hit download and go back to CapCut and add it to the trap. Perfect. Now, being that that is the end of this track, guess what? It's going to be the beginning of our next one. So we're going to remove this and we're going to add those fishes to the start frame. And we can generate another image or we can have it do something else, whatever we want, because again, that's what we have these different effects for, or we can add another end frame. So I'm going to have it create more ideas based on the prompt that we already have. So it gave us 5 different ideas. So let's go ahead and go with a prompt for number 1. So we can take this and copy it. Now, instead of generating a brand new picture, we can still start with this one, go back to remix, and we're just going to add that. Now, you don't have to paste the whole prompt here. You can just, again, type in a sentence like, I want to add a turtle, or however you want to do it, but it works either way. So before we add our turtle frame, we're going to add our beginning image in the end frame so that we can remove the fish. So maybe have him swim off of the screen. And that way, when the turtle comes in, it's pretty blank and he's not going to be swimming on top of the fishes or anything like that. Now, there are easier ways to add images and remove them. You can use something like Clean that has a swap feature. So let's say, we have the turtle here, but we want to change it to maybe like a shark. All you have to do in Clean is type that prompt in and it'll switch it out. So instead of generating brand new images on Sora, you can use the swap feature on Clean. Okay, so here's the new one. Perfect. So now we have the fishes swimming off of the screen. So now we're going to swap these and remove this one. And then we're going to add our turtle frame here. So now that we have an image generated with the turtle, we're going to choose one that's facing the opposite direction than the fishes were. So let's go with this one, and back into Higgsfield we go, and we're going to add it as our end frame. And we're just going to turn this into turtle. So turtle swimming across the screen. So we're going to generate. Now, not only can you add different effects, you can also mix them. So you can create things that are not technically on Higgsfield. So you don't have to stick to what you see. You can, for the most part, generate your own effect style. Here's the generation for the turtle. How cute. Now, we do want to make sure we get the turtle across the screen. We're just going to swap these and we're going to put turtle swimming off of the screen to the left, or actually it's to the right. Turtle swimming off of the screen to the right. Perfect. Okay, so now we have the turtle off of the screen, meaning we can switch back to this being the beginning and something else going in the end frame. Now, that is how you'll build up your video, okay? So now that we have these, we're going to structure them inside of CapCut, and that's how you're going to make a complete video. So we're going to import all of those into CapCut. Okay, so here's the full video so far. as you can see, it's very seamless because we've used the start and end clip so it doesn't look broken up as the video is continuing. Perfect. So you would do that multiple times over, okay? This is only 26 seconds. Doesn't take very long, but you can also just take these minus the first one and just copy and paste them onto the track. And it basically creates a loop. And then lastly, let's see, that's 1 minute and 30 seconds. Now, ultimately, if you're putting this on YouTube, you do want it to be a good amount of time because you want people to be able to stay on your page and listen to the song loop or whatever it is that you're putting on there. Affirmations, up to you. But generally, you want it to be at least 30 minutes to an hour. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just showing you how you structure the video. So we're going to take the first frame and we're going to add it last. Now we're going to flip it back over so that way when it reverses, when it ends, it's going to pull out of the water. And that would be the end of the video. And then maybe you can put the name of the channel or however you want to do it. So we have a video. Now we need the song, right? So we're going to head over to suno.com so we can create a song for this page. Now, instead of you having to do it, again, you can have ChatGPT do it inside of the same thread because it has an idea of what you're creating. So we're going to have it create descriptors for an instrumental. We're going to have it create soothing spa instrumental music and maybe just a couple of animal sounds. We're just going to click enter. So while that's working, we're going to go into Suno and we are going to hit create and we're going to toggle instrumental and we're going to paste the song description here. So let's head back. And we'll copy that. We don't need this scene tie-in because that's for images. So we're going to paste. And we can play with the options, but let's just see what it creates first. Okay. Not bad for that first one. I probably would cut the beginning because it is a little anxiety ridden, but you can always download and cut just how we're doing on CapCut with the videos. Now it is still generating. Once it's done generating the full song, it's going to show you exactly how long it is. You can also come here and remix. You can make the song longer depending on how long it is initially. So the song ended up being 3 minutes and 54 seconds. So we can download it as a MP3 or a WAV if you have Pro. Now we're going to take it over into CapCut and import it. Now, of course, the track is longer than the actual videos. So you can generate images all the way till you finish the track and then copy all of them and paste them until you reach at least 30 minutes. That way it's looping the loop. This is what we currently have. So the more you practice creating these images and getting the frames aligned, the easier creating these videos will be. It might take you a little bit of time when you first start off, but nothing a little practice can't fix, okay? You can add affirmation tracks over these. You can add prayers over these. You can add timers if you want to do Pomodoro videos. But this is the base of it. And again, you can use Higgsfield. You can use Sora, whatever it is that you want to test these out. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. You can look for any affiliate links in the description. And as always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye.